Alright, chat. Once again, another late week recap. I think after this I have two more. I'll have week 3 and then week 4, yeah. So, I'm gonna try and get week 2 and week 3 done today. This is week 2 of December. This week was really dog shit. Looking back at it, there's a couple setups I didn't mark as data. And yes, there are reasons for those, so I'm going to try and get into those reasons to best explain why I didn't count them as setups. So, yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this. I want to make this video quick. There's really not much to go over. Every day was pretty shit. Every single day for my the data that I listed, or at least setups that I'm collecting data for, they were all break-even trades, and then there was one losing trade this week. So this week was nothing but loses, break-evens, and one loss. I think there's actually 2 losses, just one of them wasn't really a trade that I counted. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Try and speed run this shit. Alright, starting off with Monday. So if we look at the structure, let me actually bring this back to market open just to look at structure and whatnot. Okay, so we have Asia available, unmitigated gap. It's not really a low, it's just Asia low. You know what I mean. It's not really a low like this. London is already taken. We have this high up here, so the draw could either be up here or Asia. Asia looks more attractive if we take this high out. And we also have some low resistance down here. And then on ES, we have London above, so we do have an SMT at London session high, but it doesn't look like an SMT that's going to hold. This looks like it wants to get hit. Same situation here on Asia, but instead we do have a low, not a prominent low like this, but still a low. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play out what happened. Market opens. Okay. Looks like we dumped down. Was that market open? Okay, yeah, that was. Alright, so, oh, well, actually, we have another SMT. Let me bring this back here, because that was kind of confusing. I guess they were a little bit uncorrelated. So NQ runs up, market open, hits this high. Not really a session high, but it's just the high that took out London. And we have an SMT right there at that high, because ES runs down. Let's see the market open candle. Right here, yeah, ES literally goes down. I mean, it doesn't close all the way. Left a massive wick, but that's... Never mind, I thought it was a lot. Oh, the points run differently on NQ. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, 50-point market open candle. That's crazy. SMT. And yes, you could look for shorts here. I don't have this marked as data, and I think the main reason is because... I mean, ES left London open. We already made equal lows at Asia session, so let's see. The gaps that we have are 4 minute right here, 3 minute, 2 minute, and a 1 minute, of course. So yeah, price is kind of just chopping up here. Not good movement. Like this series of up close candles looks very nice. This looks choppy. The wicks are larger than the bodies at the beginning, and then I mean the setup looks pretty clean mechanically wise. We do take liquidity. We have an SMT. Let me actually mark that SMT right there. The one thing that I don't like about this is that we did not take this high right here. Okay, and you actually see that another example of this, except for the sell side later on this week in this week's recap. But a break-even point would be here. Targets, of course, Asia session with, I mean, these can't really be targets because it's not 1-to-1, but these are relatively equal lows. There we go. So that looks like a decent target. Not really relatively equal lows. They're just kind of stacked close together, but we'll just mark it as that. The thing is, ES already took Asia, so what are we really aiming for here? I mean, it still looks like a juicy target. It's just ES took it, and honestly, it's just kind of a risky setup. All right, I don't even think we had news this day. Monday the 8th, let's see. Why don't I just do this? It's no news Monday. Okay, yeah. No news Monday. So this setup, I think it just got break even if anything. Yeah, we hit this. We already have the SMT and whatnot. Have a massive rejection here. It's probably a 30-second IFUG. This looks like, I don't know. Really just nothing should be taken, like I said before. Just go ahead and play this out. It's just chop, chop, chop. Let me get rid of like some of this stuff here. And then this was another setup that I didn't mark because it's not really data. It's just a mechanical setup, like I guess a play in hindsight. We failed to hit this final low, but that shouldn't matter because we have an SMT. Dude, this is so... Okay, well, we still have this low available. We already took these lows out. That's the SMT. We have this prominent low on ES available. Same as we have this low right here, the end of this trend line available on NQ. So it does kind of make sense. Just kind of a risky play that I wouldn't be willing to take, especially considering, look at this 5-minute rejection wave. That's pretty scary looking, if you ask me. So we hit the 5-minute, and what time frame is it? A 2-minute? Okay, yeah. And then you get that. What is that? Probably a 3-minute, actually. What the fuck? What time frame was this? Am I tweaking what? So there's no 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute down here. I'm guessing it's a 2-minute. Okay, yeah, it's a 2-minute right there.
I'm just gonna go shower, okay?
Alright. So 2-minute stops at the recent high, of course, because we filled a 5-minute. Let me see if we had anything on the 15-minute. I don't like, here's another reason why I do not like this trade. I don't like that we make an unmitigated 15-minute. It's not something you really want to see. Well, that's not really where you want to see your stop loss. And yeah, I guess the targets are just right there. I mean, it does hit. It doesn't get break even or anything. It's a, let's see if ES hit that target, because that's honestly what kind of made this play, because ES left this open. Yes, we had the SMT. It would have been different, okay? If ES took this low, that would have not been a play in my mind. But since we left this low open, and we also left this low open on NQ, it makes sense, okay? Those are two setups on Monday. That's, damn, it took a long time to do this recap on Monday. I'm going to try to hurry for the other ones. Break even here. This one hit, but just two risky plays that I was willing to take, nor willing to take data on, so. Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Alrighty, so this was a break-even day. Every single day is going to be a break-even day, just to say that once again. But the structure looks nice this day. We have London and Asia open. We have low resistance right here on the higher time frame, on the 15-minute time frame. Looks like we sweep this low. We have an SMT. That looks great. We have a double SMT right here and right here. In terms of fair value gaps, we don't really have much to go off of here. If we go on the 4-hour, and yeah, no fair value gaps. Sorry, this looks really chopped because all the drawings are here, but yeah, no fair value gaps. The reversal point does look good though. Like, we have this prominent low, a bit, not really accumulation, but we're just, you know, kind of moving sideways, and then we have a great manipulation like S&T and all that. Good reversal. We don't really have any unmitigated 15 minutes because price looks really chopped here. Unmitigated 30-minute. Let's go ahead and mark that. Okay, so is this what I marked? Yeah, this is the unmitigated 30-minute. Is it? I could have just put 30-minute. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, here's the unmitigated 30-minute, which we already kind of tapped into, and I guess we got a short model. I think I remember this. I took this on paper, I believe. This is pretty clean. We hit that 30-minute. is what it looked like. And target that low. So that's also a play I want to look at real quick because that looks really clean. Wow, that looks amazing. Okay, anyways, let's go over the setup because that was at market open, right? Yeah, exactly. No, that was a pre-market trade. This next. Yeah, that was market open. Sorry, I'm so slow. It's the morning right now. Dude, I feel like I'm just always slow doing these recaps. I just hate fucking talking for a long period of time. But anyways, yeah, we hit this low here. S&T, we already went over all that. We have a 1 minute IFEG right here. At the same time, we give this 2 minute IFEG. Break even, honestly, this is a really high break even. You could go at the body of this candle. That makes a lot more sense. It's closer and safer. Yeah, we basically hit this level up here. And then the main targets, I mean, aiming for London and Asia is kind of crazy because we're not always going to hit that every single day. So you got to be reasonable and not be too greedy. So this definitely was a winning trade. Around hit for a 1.75 RR. When I took this trade, my stop was a bit bigger. I don't know why I had my stop so big, but yeah, this is a good stop loss here. We hit this low and then, or hit this high and then get break even and we chop up. I think the main reason why I wanted to aim higher on this trade was for one because, well, I think the only reason really was this low resistance. Even if I don't aim for London, I really like the idea of, you know, this is like a triple. We tap this 1, 2, 3, like 3 times. So it looks like a great trend line to aim for, and just quite unfortunate, I guess. But one thing I do have a bad habit of is always aiming for session highs and session lows. Okay, it looks like London actually gets hit. Yeah, London gets hit, and we have a reversal from there. Maybe Asia too. Yeah. So draw on liquidity and everything this day was right. It's just very horrendous price action. This is the only clean setup. Other than that, nothing else should have been taken here. On to the next day. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Probably this is a break-even trade or something like that. Structure. So this is the low from the previous day. We have London available. Let's take a look at ES. Same structure pretty much. We already hit this low though. So we do have an S&T on the higher time frame right here. My gosh, bro, my brother is throwing up in the restroom. What the fuck? Okay, why is this so confusing to me right now? Alright, well, let's bring this back right here. Do we have an SMT or something? Okay, no SMT. We do take liquidity here. We have an unmitigated 15 minutes, what it looks like. Let's see, 5 minutes. Not any unmitigated, but we do have a 5 minute up here that aligns to that 15 minute. Market opens, we have a fat dump and a very clean V-shaped recovery, insane delivery. This got to be like 50 points here. Okay, it's around 40 points. But yeah, very clean. Break-even point is, I think this is a 2 and a 3 minute. 2 minute, 3 minute, and probably maybe a 4 minute. Yeah, 4 minutes. So that's a great break-even point. Targets for around a 1 point. You could have definitely had your, I don't know, because this is a fat imbalance to fill, so you do want to give this room. I feel like this trade, I went break even too early because, I mean, we're bound to tap into this at least, even if we don't fill it completely, like, we're just bound to tap into it. So I should have let this breathe a minute. I just, you know, this was a good magnet, bro. Like, this, or not magnet, but, like a good point in price that could potentially push us lower. It's 3 different time frame unmitigated gaps, and the fact that we left this low open is just kind of like, I don't know, but I mean, we do have the S&T. It's just price is insanely uncorrelated from the previous day. Let's see if this even hit though. So yeah, we did fill that, and then we hit this 15-minute. So it was a winning trade. Yeah, price looks so chalk. Dude, this is one of the worst weeks I've ever seen in my life. Price is just so slow and boring. We do eventually push down and again edge this target. And then, wow, I thought we were going to hit it here, and then I guess we pushed up, and then, so, yeah, we inverse this 5-minute, and then decided to dump. Like, what the fuck? Come on, dude. This price action is so horrible. Yeah, this is the day of Wednesday, so break-even trade. On to the last 2 days. On Thursday, I believe, is a losing trade. Structure, let's see, structure. So we don't have any, we have Asia low here. This looks super nice. Okay. Well, this is past more. I'm so stupid. This looks like a great draw. We have equal lows, London low, Asia low. This looks amazing for ES. For NQ, let's just go over the setup. No need to overcomplicate it. Let's bring this back though, so we can go over this initial setup. Alright, so basically the idea behind this trade is, hold on. Bro, get out. Dude. Alright, so the idea behind this trade is, let's see if this probably didn't, yeah. I mean, from this low we did hit OTE, but I would like to count this entire range. But we hit an unmitigated 15-minute, we hit an unmitigated hourly right there, and we hit an unmitigated 30-minute. We basically hit everything we could imagine, okay? Excuse me. And so we have an SMT right there on ES as well, from this low to here. And honestly, I don't really see any really much of a reason to go long here on this day. There's not really unmitigated gaps. Maybe there's an hourly. We came from an hourly, so looking for longs at this point in time was kind of retarded, if you ask me. Yeah, it's really, really retarded. But I mean, maybe the only reason I really liked this trade was because we had an unmitigated 5-minute. We had two actually. Even for something like this would have been much better. Yeah, that would have been much, much better. But basically, we have an SMT here. We already showed the, reversal points. Here's the SMT on the lower time frame right there. We have a clean V shape after we sweep that, and a good delivery candle. We have a fat rejection wick. The rejection wick was about 20 points, and then a full candle range was almost 50 points. Good candle, good delivery, good everything. And yeah, I think this one just failed. Like, we didn't hit it at all. It just completely failed, which is reasonable. Look at the inverse that we had, by the way. Not even to mention this. This shouldn't even be data, to be honest with you, but dude, you can't even see the fucking, like, I can't even use a box. I literally have to use this little ray thingy because it's so tight. Pause. But dude, like, what the fuck, man? Why did I even take data on this shit? Anyways, I guess it was a trade I looked at. I didn't take this. I know that for a fact. I did not take this. But we did end up dumping. We hit London. And this is what I really don't like. I was so open to taking this trade, right? Because we have yet to hit London. In fact, we're delivering from this 15-minute here. And, dude, NQ comes so close to hitting this Asia low. That's all I would want. I mean, yes, we have the SMT already, but, dude, if we're coming, like, 5 to 10 points, like, not even 5 points, probably, like, 4, no, yeah, almost 10 points to hitting this low, like, we might as well hit it. There's no reason for us not to, but anyways, we inverse the 1 minute. We have a 3-minute right there. We have no 2 minute, but we have a 3-minute to be careful of. And then we have the 5-minute, which would have been our break-even point right there, as you can see. And this shit fucking deliver like a bitch, bro. Dude, oh my gosh. But bro, dude, I missed out on this shit, and it felt like I was burning on fire because what the fuck, bro? I don't think we went all the way up here, but we still hit this unmitigated 15-minute that we ended up forming right there. Another thing, I said that weirdly. Another thing to point out is we hit OTE of this entire range right there. Very, very attractive stuff. Very good stuff. Love how this looked. The only downside, I didn't even take data on this because the only thing is this, bro. Like, what I figured what would happen is, okay, we'd probably run up to this 5-minute and get a short to take this low out before moving up, but we ended up just pushing up. So just very unfortunate. It looks so good, bro. Dude, this just looks so amazing, and it's just unfortunate that we didn't get to get it because Price had other plans, but we probably had a short somewhere up here from this 15-minute getting hit. We hit this 5-minute. We ended up getting a 5-minute IPG to the upside, and I think I took this on paper. I think that shit failed. Yeah, that shit failed. I remember that. Was not confident in it for. Why am I doing this? Okay. Anyways, let's go on to the final day, and I'm done with this week, and I'll have one more week to do. I'll do week 4 tomorrow. I'm fucking tired of talking. Alright, week 4, another break-even trade. Looks like we have a break-even and a loss. I'm not sure why I didn't count the loss. Oh, let me remove this. Okay, so if we look at structure, we have London available. Asia is not available. We hit Asia already. ES already took Asia as well. We have equal highs that align with London. And we have an opening gap from market close to market open on Thursday. We're in OTE, and that's good. Just no imbalances to really back this up at all. Probably not even a 5-minute if I check. Okay, we do have this 5-minute actually, but I think we inverse it right here. Not too sure. It's too close to call, so I don't even care. But we hit this recent low. We have an SMT right there. What are the targets? We have an unmitigated 5-minute, which is a good break-even point. I feel like anytime we have an unmitigated 5-minute above, like, it's good, even if the targets aren't great. If the entry is good and just any other thing is good, if we like, but not everything aligns. Having an unmitigated gap above to go break even at is always gonna be A+. Wow, I just realized we created this mid trade, so this is. I'm so fucking tired. I don't feel like doing this shit. Like, I genuinely don't have passion to do this shit at all right now. Unmitigated 15-minute above, okay? Let's just finish this last day. We have an hourly. We already delivered from that, so I'm not even sure why we would look for longs here, but would have gone break even once this 5-minute ended up getting tapped into. We formed it while being in the trade. It's crazy. It's weird and retarded. Why did I take data on this? We hit this level here and then reversed down, and the trade just failed. We did make an SMT there. And I guess a re-entry here off this just resweep. I guess it's like a 2-minute or maybe a 3-minute. Looks like it's a 3-minute. I don't even know what you would target, to be honest with you. That's probably why I didn't take data on it. If this failed, it's like there's no reason to really go up. But yeah, I guess London looked attractive. That's going to be it for this week. This is the most dreadful recap I've done, probably. It just feels irritating. My neck hurts, everything. I don't feel like talking. My voice hurts, everything. Maybe I'm just being a crybaby little bitch. I don't know. But yeah, this day ended up hitting that previous day Asia session. Maybe we had a continuation. No continuation. Yeah, this day I was looking for a continuation model towards previous day Asia because I saw this fail, and we didn't end up getting that, and I was just like, damn. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I need to say. Maybe we get a long setup from here. Yeah, price is chopped. Oh, 5 minute right there. Okay, well, I'm done with this stupid week. Let's just look over this real quick on the 15-minute time frame. 5 minutes, let's see. Starting with Monday. Okay, we have an SMT at this high. Lots of low resistance to the downside. I think we have Asia or something. Why is the indicator not showing up? Whatever. This was a break-even trade. This was a winning trade. It's just very risky. But, you know, it did make sense. We left this low open. We left this low open on ES after coming very close to it. Same situation here. Hit the 5 minute. Continuations to the downside. Pretty good. I should have taken data on that, not going to lie. But next day, this was actually a really good trade. Low resistance here. We have both session highs available. We hit this prominent low, making an SMT. Clean 2 minute IFEG right here. Just got break even, honestly. It's kind of sad because price actions suck. Look at this. Excuse me. And then Wednesday, we hit this low. Unmitigated 15 minute above. Not sure why. These aren't even good trades. Now I'm looking at this, and I don't have the time to actually think and reevaluate these trades because I'm just so tired. I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, so much is wrong right now. Let's just go over that Wednesday trade so I can even look what happened. Okay, the entry and reversal, the V-shade, the delivery, everything about this was clean. We had an unmitigated 15 minutes at target above. Even though the structure wasn't all that great, didn't really make too much sense. I mean, it made sense enough to take it, but just the entry model itself looked too clean not to take. We had a great break-even point. Unfortunately, that fucked us in the ass. But this Thursday, we have a decent reversal level. There's really no reason to come up here. There's no session highs available. But we do have 2 unmitigated 5 minutes that look really attractive to retrace to, and just ends up failing. This trade is a losing trade, and then this trade was a crazy bait. This would have been a crazy trade. It was just so unfortunate that we edged Asia, so we didn't take the setup. But if you just took this just to take it, you know, and went break even at the 15 minute or the 5 minute right here, would have been great. It honestly would have been not a bad play, because if we're anticipating the 5 minute getting hit and then coming lower, which didn't end up happening, but that's what I would have anticipated, then this long would have definitely made sense. I guess I was just being a puss and deciding not to take it. Then last but not least, Friday, we hit this low, making an SMT. We have London above, but we also have this 5 minute. No, we don't. I keep saying that. We don't have a 5 minute until we enter the trade, so we can't really know. This is just another shitty trade. The delivery isn't that great. We just barely inverse it. We leave a pretty big wick behind. It just doesn't look good at all. I mean, yes, it was a winning trade. I mean, it hit break even, but still, just not a good trade. And yeah, this week is filled with mid setups. There's one really good setup, and it wasn't even technically a setup because we edged the low. But that's going to be it for this week, and I'm going to go ahead and upload this video and be done with this shit. So yeah, no, peace. Oh fuck, I got to do next week. All right, I'm gonna dip, and I'm gonna do week 3 right now so I can get this over with. Bye.